What is going on, guys? Jack here, and welcome to episode 13 of the Charge to the Top here with Hereford FC. And today I've got for you guys a live commentary in the Southern League Cup quarter-final, and today we're going to be taking on Merthyr Town. I hope I pronounced that correctly. I believe it's a Welsh team. I can't do pronunciations anyway. They are based in Wales. Obviously, they play in the English Football League. But yeah, Merthyr Town. I looked on Google and found some YouTube videos of like a highlight from ages ago, and I'm now just trying to replicate how it was pronounced there. So hopefully it's correct. But no, we go into today's game in some mixed form, I guess you could say. Of course, last episode was a great result as we thrashed Weymouth, our promotional rivals, 5-1. As you can see, we followed that up with a 3-0 win against Oxford City in the Southern League Cup 4th round. We then lost to Brackley 3-2. This was a really disappointing game. We completely collapsed. As you can see, we were 2 goals to the good at half-time. They pulled 2 back as sending off. And then a very late goal for them saw them get the win. And fair play to them. Brackley, they stuck at it. Fantastic comeback for them. I was kind of annoyed off the back of that result, as perhaps you can imagine. But fortunately, we did bounce back. As you can see, against Farnborough, we won 2-1. And in a similar fashion to how we lost to Brackley, we managed to get the win in this game. It was a Keenan Bennett's 92nd minute goal. The young English right winger. He's been a very, very good player for us, this guy. And I don't know. I feel like you kind of look at him as a player, and he looks very, very solid at this level, and he's kind of proven that. 6 goals, 5 assists, a 7.28 average rating in the league, and of course a crucial goal there that got us a win. And as you can see, we followed that up immediately with another 2-1 win, this time against Cinderford, a team really struggling down at the bottom of the table. Would have liked this result to perhaps be a little bit more comfortable, but ultimately we got the result we needed. And unfortunately, well, the same can't be said for the following few games, as we did draw 3-3 against Hitchin. Again, similar scenario, a few goals to the good, 3-1 up. And we conceded 2 goals in the kind of space of 7 minutes in the second half. And, well, from there, we just didn't look like really getting into it. You can see we were kind of FM'd. They had 3 shots, all on target, all went in. They were good chances for them. We had opportunities of our own. You can see here in terms of clear-cut chances, we had 4 and 2 half chances, but we didn't take them. Hitchin were incredibly clinical, and we were punished as a result of that. Anyway, the next game, a 1-0 defeat against Hampton and Richmond. A bit of an oddity, Hampton and Richmond, because as you can see, they're currently in 6th. They have an incredible defensive record. They've only conceded 24 goals against them. They only have a goal difference, however, of 14. They're actually a team who were very low down in the table, but they're very good defensively, so perhaps a 1-0 win for them against us. Not entirely surprising, but still disappointing. We did then bounce back and thrash Oxford City for the second time in this run of fixtures. Of course, we played them in the Southern League Cup where we beat them, and in the league it was a similar showing. We beat them 7-2. Ote with another hat-trick to add to his collection for the season. Hamsbury getting a goal. Dan Preston as well getting a goal, the centre-back. Good for him there. Anyway, in the most recent game against Barton Rovers, which was just 3 days ago, I decided to completely rotate the side with this kind of cup game in mind. I wanted players to be at full fitness. We drew 0-0, and to be honest, I'm kind of happy with that when you consider we had 2 sendings off. Kane Lewis sent off in the 15th minute, his first appearance for the season, the left-back. Not an ideal one, really. A youngster player played a lot last year, hasn't played this year, came into the side just as a bit of rotation, sent off 15 minutes into his debut for the season. Probably won't be seeing much more of him this year. Anyway, the other player that got sent off, our other fullback, Charlie Johnson. He decided he'd had enough in the kind of second half, and he got himself sent off too. So all in all, I guess to draw 0-0, not the worst result when you're down to 9 men. Still disappointing against Barton, who are not a good team by any means in 22nd, but we avoided defeat. And as you can see, those results mean that we do still sit fairly pretty at the top of the table. Salisbury have closed the gap on us and have kind of pulled away as kind of the team in second place. And Weymouth still going fairly strong, albeit kind of 15 points behind us now with 1 game in hand. As for Basingstoke, a team who very much tipped to get promoted this year, and the massive wages being paid by them, they've dropped down to 11th. They've had a really, really poor run of results, and they could slip further down the table with teams behind them with games in hand. But anyway, that's kind of the season so far. You can see here in terms of assists, unsurprisingly, Anthony Wright right up there on the left-hand side. And Ote, 22 goals for the season. And that's in 23 games. He is in hot form. Only 7 assists as well. I say only, that's still an incredible amount of assists for a player playing as he is. And as you can see, going into today's game, we have the suspensions, obviously, of Kane Lewis and Charlie Johnson to consider. But with the exception of that, we're pretty much at full strength. Stevenson's come back from injury, which is good. Unfortunately, he's not played since he's come back. Obviously, he was in great form for us, but he had that long-term injury for 6 weeks with the sprained ankle. Still not match fit. And the issue he's kind of got is he was injured as our top goal scorer. He's come back, and Sean Hanbury and Ote, they've got over 40 goals between them. I don't quite see where Stevenson slots in right now, but he might get a chance in this game depending on how it goes. So yes, this is the quarter-final of the Southern League Cup. We're expected to do well here. Hopefully we can get a good result against Merthyr Town. And, well, let's just get into this, shall we? We've not gone on a cup run in this save at all, really. Especially last season, we were very disappointed. This year, obviously, this is the exception. We've reached the quarter-final. It's a competition we're expected to do well in. There's definitely a degree of anticipation that we should be winning this competition as a whole. I'm hoping we can kind of live up to that billing. But at the same time, it's not going to be easy, but we'll give it our best shot here. We're away from home. We're going across the border into Wales. And, well, we're hoping now that we can just get the result that we need ready, which would be a win to see us reach the semi-final of a competition for the first time as Hereford manager. Of course, the season before we joined, and the season that obviously was the first for the club in real life, they reached a lot of cup finals and did very, very well. And so the fact we didn't do that last year was a tiny bit disappointing, I guess you could say. But I'm hoping that this year we can really step up to the plate, we can give a much improved performance and hopefully get the result that we need to. Early on in this game, there's going to be a set piece here for them. Cleared away by Wright, although Patton, now with Rogers out wide, whips in, back post, Tancock's there. Driscoll can't get a hand to it. Well, he did get a hand to it, but it wasn't strong enough. And it's Scott Tancock, which gives, well, Merthyr Town the early lead here. Not the way that I wanted to see this game go. Merthyr Town with their first shot of the game, and it's gone in, and I should have replays for goals on. I turned that off because earlier I was in a bit of a rush just to play some games. Oh my gosh, Ote, what have you just done? Aramide Ote. I've been calling him Aramide. It sounds a little bit more exotic, but I'm pretty sure it's Aramide upon kind of reflection. I just like his last name of Ote. It's a great last name, and well, it's a great goal for him as well. He's our big goal scorer, the man who's been in hot form for us, and he's got another one to add to his collection. He scored a screamer last episode, some of you may remember, and here on a rainy day in Wales, he's got another one to add to the collection. Just walking into the box, lashes it in to the roof of the net there. The keeper never going to stop that. And, well, we find ourselves immediately pegging back Merthyr Town, which is good. And hopefully now we can just keep that momentum going. Look at the stats. We're edging possession. Both teams are just the one shot on target, and both of them have gone in. It's not been a particularly open game. But at the same time, we've probably had slightly better of the play. But, well, you can't read into it too much. And a set piece is how we conceded our first one. This time we do deal with a set piece. Can we now break up to Ote? He has pace. He's got men in support as well. Number 7, surging on ahead. Ote inside to Dan Townsend. Hanbury. Bennett's is there. Back with Hanbury. He hits it. It hits the woodwork, and Webb gets it clear. And, well, that was a cracking effort there by Hanbury. Unfortunately, the woodwork coming to Merthyr Town's rescue. Dan Townsend now to whipping the ball. It's cleared away. Second ball maybe. Ote's there. Can't quite get it back, and, well, they're going to clear that. And that's going to be the end of any hope of getting a goal from that chance. But we're starting to build up the pressure. We're starting to turn up the heat. 3 half chances in our favour. We've had 6 shots now. Possession still slightly in our favour. But really the good news for us is that they have just not had any shots since that opening one, which they scored from in the first 10 minutes. It's been a game where we've been largely in control in that regard. Jay Harris on a booking, perhaps a little bit of a concern. Until last game, I would have told you that the team as a whole is pretty good when it comes to discipline, and we've been fairly well disciplined this year and avoided sendings off, because that was something that we suffered a little bit from last year and last season. But this year it's not been so bad, but obviously 2 sendings off last time out. I'm a little bit concerned about Harris because he does like to tackle the number 8 in the centre mid position there, but we'll put our trust in him not to lose his cool just yet. I may have to take him off as the game develops anyway. Ote, Hanbury from kickoff, why not? 24 seconds into the second half. Sean Hanbury with his 20th goal of the season. He's the second player in the team to exceed the 20-goal kind of margin, and it's a lovely work goal. Ote, great ball through. His 8th assist of the season for that man. And, well, Hanbury on his left peg, just scooping it over the keeper in that one-on-one. A very composed finish, and, well, we may be in a good situation now to make it through to the semi-finals of this competition, because, in truth, Merthyr Town not showing us anything to be afraid of. And we're on the attack again here. Hanbury with the ball out wide. Hughes tackles him. Big ball up now. We've got to be wary of the counter, and well, that might be what's on the cards here. Preston bringing the ball forward. Blackshaw reads it well at left back. Back to Driscoll now. And, well, now we reposition ourselves as a team for the next attack. Ball forward. It's dealt with well, but Dan Townsend wins the ball fantastically there for us. And now a ball to right, cutting inside. Can he hit it? He lays it to Ote. Ote slots it away. He's on for another hat-trick, folks. He's got a fair few this season. It's his second goal of the game. It's his 25th for the season. The Spurs youngster, he was released last season. No one wanted to take him on. We came to him in September and offered him an opportunity, and he has taken that opportunity. He slots it in, a delightful finish. Keeper can't get down there. And, well, it's a second goal in 5 minutes for us in this second half. And we now look in pole position to go marching on in this competition, which is absolutely great. We've still not had a clear-cut chance, but the opportunities that have fallen our players' ways have been taken superbly. And I feel like now is a good time to take off Jay Harris for Duffman. There's no point in risking a sending off. Keenan Bennett has not had the best game out wide on the right, so we'll bring on Scully for him. I would like to bring on Darren Stevenson for perhaps the last 20 or so minutes, because he deserves a little bit of game time, the Jamaican forward. Of course, been out with an injury for a while. It's a shame, really, that the rest of our team was just performing so well, because it's going to have to be someone who has scored more than likely, who makes way for us. We're on the attack again here. Hanbury. Ote going to be looking for that hat-trick. Dispossessed there. Piggott misses his tackle as well. Now with Lucy. Lays it forward to McLagan. And, well, I don't know, maybe a goal for Merthyr Town here would make things interesting. We need to defend well here. Johnson, nice header, but only as far as Brooks. They are trying to kind of plough a way through in the middle, Merthyr Town. It's now with Parator. And, well, they've got men over on this side. Nice build-up play. McLagan, it's a lovely goal, to be fair to them. It's only their second shot on target for the game. It's Kane McLagan with his 26th goal of the season. Not a bad total for him. But the build-up play was nice. Our two centre-mids perhaps lacking a little bit of communication, a little bit of cohesion. Of course, Duffman coming on. But unfortunately for us, it's meant that they've got a goal back. And, well, suddenly things aren't so comfortable for us. That said, we are on the attack here. Ote's going to want his hat-trick. Ball in. Hughes heads it clear. Ote's there. Back into the mixer. Cleared away. Again, and well, Merthyr Town looking to hit us on the counter again. McLagan in a foot race with Blackshaw. Blackshaw can't get there. Ball whipped in. Driscoll doesn't quite deal with it. And it's across the face of goal. How has that not gone in? Driscoll holds on to it. Less of that, please. Can we just be a little bit more assured defensively, please, boys? This has not been good. 10 minutes left. I mean, they might have another chance here on the counter. The ball to Lucy. There's an argument to say I should go more defensive here, but we're dominating the game so much I don't really want to. And now Wright with an opportunity. Can he make it comfortable? Yes, he can. It's a goal for Anthony Wright. It's his 11th goal of the season. Not a bad return for a player playing out wide on the left-hand side, and it's a trademark finish for him, really. Where we get a few men over, we switch the ball over well. He's able to cut inside, gets a few inches of space, and on that left peg of his, he just slots it away. The keeper doesn't even move. It's a delightful finish. It makes it 4-2, and well, it was getting a little bit squeaky bum time with kind of 10 minutes left. That goal does make things a teeny tiny bit, I guess, more relaxed here. Although, I mean, they're on the attack again. They are not giving up, this side that we are playing here, Merthyr Town. They want to win. They are a team, of course, in our division. So they're not a small team by any means. And they are expected to give us a good battle. As Blackshaw does a horrific back pass, but somehow Joe Driscoll gets there. Well played by Joel in goal. He stops it. But wow, that was a bit of a gift for them, wasn't it? I'm going to take off here Hanbury, which is a little bit harsh, but Darren Stevenson going to come on. Been out injured for a long period of time. Let's see maybe what he can do. Duffman, ball into the box. Johnson's there. Townsend hits it. Saved. Ote is there. It's another hat-trick for that man. And, well, he's loving it. It's his fourth hat-trick for the season, I think. It's the second in a row in a live con. The ball in. Johnson nods it down to Dan Townsend. Dan Townsend hits it. It's parried by Ransom in goal, but unfortunately Ote just perfectly positioned and poised to slot that in. He beats his chest. He knows that's another fantastic goal for him. And it's been another fantastic outing for the young English striker, making it 5-2 here. And, well, that is going to be game, set and match. Stevenson able now to come on in relatively, in a relatively relaxed environment, I guess you could say. 1 minute left. Stevenson's here to right. Is there time for another ball into the mixer? Dan Townsend's there. Can he hit it? He can. It's 6-1. It's a humiliating defeat here. Dan Townsend has been superb this year. It's his 5th goal of the season. He scored a few bangers last year. This year he's been limited to really scoring penalties for us. But, well, that was another one to add to the scrapbook. The ball headed clear. Dan Townsend latches onto it, takes one touch, turns it, bang. Pick that out. The keeper gets a hand to it, but it's never going to be enough. That shot hit with so much ferocity. And, well, that's going to be all she wrote for this game. We run out deserved winners. Not a lot of clear-cut chances, but the half chances that fell our way we took absolutely superbly. And, well, you really can't fault the overall performance of this Hereford side here. We've won 6-2. Fantastic result that sees us go marching on. Dan Townsend with a 9.2 rating for him. Had a very, very good day at the office with 1 goal and 1 assist. But you can see Ote, man of the match. 1 assist, 3 goals, a 9.7 rating for him. He was absolutely superb again at Aramide Ote. Really turning into one of our best players. I mean, you look at his coach report, obviously very consistent performer. That means he's always going to perform to close to his attributes. He's well suited to Vanarama national football, playing close to his potential. But his potential is perfectly fine for at this level, and he is just scoring for fun right now for us. And, well, I'm delighted to say he is one of the few players whose contracts we have got locked down now until the end of next season. So anyway, guys, that was an absolutely fantastic result for us. We go marching on in the Southern League Cup quarter-final. We'll now be into the semi-final. We'll have a look at the draw for that, as that is happening just tomorrow. But hopefully we can get a relatively easy draw. I'm not sure when that semi-final is going to be. I guess we'll find out after the draw. But that will be the kind of next time we're back, I imagine, for that semi-final, assuming it's not in a month's time. As you can see, we're in mid-January now. It's a little bit unique, I guess, in the league that we're in, and because of our lack of a cup run, we've actually played the majority of our games for the season. You actually look at it here, we have 13 games left of the year, and we're in January, which is really weird, actually. I don't think I've ever had something like that before. And you can see our fixtures now a lot more spaced out, which is kind of nice. We've not had a cup run to contend with, other than this one that we're now in. As you can see, the semi-final actually not that far away. It's going to be in mid-February, so I guess that's when we'll be back for the next episode. But let's find out who it's going to be against, because I did see a news item saying that the draw was about to take place. Let's take a look at this here. We'll put it on automatic draw. Dunstable or St Neots, Cambridge City, Hayes and Yeading, and ourselves. We're first out the hat, so we're going to be at home. We're taking on Hayes and Yeading, a good side. They do play in the same division as us. You can see 2 years ago they were relegated from the Vanarama National South. Last year they finished 15th in the league, and this year they are really struggling in 21st. So it's quite a kind draw for us. But they do have a reasonably good team. They've got this guy here, Ben Clark, who looks like a very, very good forward. Someone we are going to have to be wary of, perhaps. And yeah, whilst I expect us to hopefully get a good result against Hayes and Yeading, I don't consider that a given, particularly when you consider we drew against Barton Rovers, who are lower than them in the league, and we've had a few iffy results of our own. But anyway, 4 games until that one. Hopefully I'll see you guys for that next episode. In terms of the league, things are still looking fairly comfortable there. We just need to ensure that we don't slip up too much more. Obviously, teams starting to play a relatively even amount of games. And yeah, that's going to be all from me. As always, if you have enjoyed today's episode, smash the like button. If you've got any comments, leave them down below. And other than that, thank you so much for watching. This is me, Jack, and I will talk to you guys in a bit. I'm out.